Hi, Zesties. Okay, well, I'm eating out again, even though I have leftover, what's it called? Indian pizza or whatever from last night, but whatever. I'm depressed and I eat. This is how I deal with my depression. You just can't tell because I don't get fat, but hey, it could be worse. I feel like this is better than drinking or other substances, right? Okay, so anyway, I really wanted to try this place called Savvy Sliders. Like, I don't know why, but it just kind of caught my attention. Though I'm a little worried it might not be big enough for me. Never big enough. But, you know, like, I knew getting sliders that, okay, well, they're small or whatever, but this was $17, but it cost extra because I got a shake, but I really wanted to try the banana pudding shake. I've actually never eaten banana pudding, but I've seen a lot of videos and stuff of people eating it. So, okay, Cajun fries. I'm not even gonna lie. Those are some good fries and some good ranch. Not even gonna lie. There's a nice crisp on the outside. Really nice and soft in the middle. Beautifully seasoned. The fries are a winner already. The fries are gonna get I'll give them 7.5 out of 10. I'm not quite ready for that 8. Shake's pretty good. Shake's pretty good. Not gonna lie at all. Okay. Okay, Savvy Slider, you're doing your thing before I've even gotten into the sliders. Let's try the chicken because this is like a spicy chicken sandwich slider. Of course, I'm gonna dunk it in ranch. Why not? Brought it back before it dripped. You saw those skills there? All right, let's see. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Savvy Sliders is just surprising me here. Dang. Beautifully fried, crispy, whatever sauce they have going on here is just delicious. Thick enough pickle. You know, that's one of my things with Chick-fil-A. The pickle's not thick enough. I need a thick pickle. Dang. This is like a 9.5 out of 10 chicken sandwich. I'm mad now that it's a slider, and it's actually spicy. I'm mad now that it's a slider. I need a full size. Because that is a freaking chicken sandwich. I'm not even lying, you guys. Tell me if I'm lying. I want someone to come and eat this and tell me I lied. This is a real chicken sandwich, you guys. Dang. Where? Like, it's so good that I want to know what their batter recipe is, because the batter's just, that's what really takes it there for me. The batter is battering, guys. I mean, it is good. Dang, man. You know, it's fried hard. It maintains its crunch even dipped in the sauce. That might be the best fast food chicken sandwich I've ever had. Is there bacon on there? Was that bacon? Where does Savvy Sliders originate from? This has to be a southern chain. No northern hands have ever touched this. And that's how it should be. Keep those northern hands away from my food, okay? But anyway, like, I'm very surprised so far. Like, and the shake is amazing, but it came out to be like 17 with the shake. And I think, you know, if I come back again, I probably wouldn't want to get the shake, but... And like, wait, hold on. I want to show you too how heavy they season the fries. That's something I like about Mississippi. Please season it. Something I'm curious about, if someone could tell me this. Do unseasoned restaurants exist in Mississippi? Because in Florida, you know, I hate to get into the subject of race, so forgive me. But in Florida, I can already tell I don't like that one as much. Just from the little hint of a taste I got. This was like their Philly cheesesteak style slider. But in Florida, you know, if you are in a majority Caucasian area, which I've only ever seen in Pinellas County, where I was living before I came here. Because in South Florida and Tampa, it's Hispanic only. There's like very few non-Hispanic people. But you'll never see, you know, they can't season because the people there wouldn't eat it. You know, the people there really believe in seasoning ruins the food and it doesn't need more than salt and whatever. That's all right. To be honest, I would have thought it was great had I not just eaten that out of this world chicken sandwich. But anyway, you know, like where I was living before in St. Pete, I would eat mostly in the African American areas because that's where it was more than the seasoning though. You know, they were very creative and the food was just way better. But supposedly, like from what I've gathered from talking to people here, there's no such thing as an unseasoned restaurant here or like unseasoned person. Like people here, regardless of their race, don't believe in the notion that seasoning ruins food and it only needs salt and don't season it and whatever. So is that true? Is there no unseasoned restaurant around here? Because that's something I can get behind. Even though I miss my seafood in St. Pete, but you know, by the way, for a rating, this is 7 out of 10. It was good, but nothing special. So I gave this 7 out of 10, this 7.5. The chicken was 9.5. I'll give the shake an 8. I would say Savvy Sliders gets a solid 8 from me. I've been very surprised by it. I just want some seafood like I was getting in St. Pete. And it's crazy to me because back in the day, before living in St. Pete, I had only ever visited this area. But I would have said the seafood here is way better, but nothing compared to St. Pete. However, I think the last time I ate a live crawfish was in 2019. So, dang, also like, the lady asked me if 1 cup of ranch was enough, and I said yes. I should have said no, I need 2. But they gave me a lot of french fries. But anyway, this is hitting the spot. This is a good antidepressant. But anyway, considering I'm likely going to be staying in Mississippi, this upcoming crawfish season is going to be my first crawfish season. So, you know, I'm excited to see what that's all about. I know I miss all those blue crabs in St. Pete, but we don't have crawfish in Florida, you know. To be honest, I think, like, I don't really know, but I think the crawfish only, like, live in Louisiana and Mississippi. Maybe Texas. But, you know, crawfish is like a super regional thing that does not really go so far past this area. And I'm really excited. For my first crawfish season. And I'll get to the bottom of who has the best. I still regret not trying every crab place in St. Pete, but here I have a little more time and a better living situation, like more stable living situation, so I'm gonna try. All the crawfish places on the coast. Slidell. I really want to go to doing reviews in New Orleans. Or even deeper into Louisiana. But hey, all in due time. Soon I'll be #1 food reviewer. It is manifested. Dang, I should have asked for more ranch. That makes me freaking mad. I sabotaged myself. But you guys, this was so good. Like, and it was big enough. I did get full. You guys saw that guy freaked me out. You want to know something that I don't like about Gulfport? It's like, okay, trigger warning, I'm going to talk about drugs, so please go away if you're too young to know about drugs or whatever. But like, the drug of choice here is very clearly and obviously meth. And in Florida, I don't think that's very popular. Like, I think that in Florida, people prefer crack over meth. But like, you know, there were drug addicts in Florida, of course, but like, the crack users, or, you know, whatever drugs they were doing in Florida, they seem to have kind of a happy disposition about them. They were a little more like joyful. They were a little less like scary looking. The meth people freak me out. They just look scary. Like, they just have a look to them that's just way freakier than I'm used to. And like on the main street here, like I'm on 49. They're just like all over, you know what I mean? So that's something I don't like about Gulfport. There's a very that banana shake is so good. A very large meth using population. But I swear, like, look at, not saying to go, well, okay. Go look up like crack documentary or something like that. They're happy. They're happy and cheerful and the meth people are not. I don't know if I like the fries so much now at the end because I like that they were heavily seasoned. However, I get the vibe that these were old fries. These were old fries that they reheated so that they seemed nice. Because now that I'm at the end of it, they're kind of stale, and I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure they were reheated. That's a nice final touch to this meal. Eating the Nella wafers with the whipped cream. You know what? I thought about lowering my score of Savvy Sliders, but due to the fact that it exceeded my expectations, yesterday I gave a low score because I don't like when you try to give me all these expectations that the food's going to be good and then it's bad. But today, where I had no expectations and was like, oh, this is probably a bad idea, but whatever, I'm hungry, and it was so good, that makes me happy. So, woof, 8 out of 10. Go try Savvy Sliders. It was worth it. It was good. I'm full. I'm happy. Will I go here all the time? No. Just because Whataburger is cheaper. You know, it's a little more expensive than like the average fast food place. But will I come again? I will come again for that chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwich was incredible. Bye, Zesties.